Did it sprout legs and run away? Run away? Yeah.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
Did it sprout legs and run away? Yeah, it is.
Feeling hot under the collar.
Now, there's my pepper.
Feeling hot under the
Did it
collar.
sprout legs and run away? Yeah, it is.
I could do with a cold drink.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it do that? Cut it out. There it is.
I'm overheating here.
Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty few. It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day, day and night. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven.
Don't let that rooster escape! He's already on the menu for tonight!
True story indeed. Perhaps we too.
Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven. Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, it Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
Warm as dragon's breath.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Greetings! These stalls are for our Legion troops. Rivellon's finest work up mighty fine appetite, serving the seven.
She bit me in the face. Step aside! Step aside! Ah! This maniac's gonna turn me into a meat pie! Ah!
Come
Yes,
on.
let's pardon him. Just look at the little blighter. He doesn't deserve the knife.
Yippee-ki-yay! I'm free! I'm free! So long, suckers!
Why did you let my chicken escape?
If only the popular girl saucer. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become. If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
These stalls are for our Legion troops. Riverlon's finest work up mighty fine appetite serving the seven.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious! She bit me in the face! Sorry, sir.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, Screech Woman.
The beast speaks? So you've half a brain behind that feral maul, have you?
The cretin's question crossed her lips and ached an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Furious. You'll only encourage it.
About face!
Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the Source Hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn.
I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Talia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
About face!
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
To embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Attention! About this! To the barracks! Not! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots will embarrass a bridge throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Another perfect heist. You sneak with the subtlety of a tried-and-true cat burglar.
About this! To the barracks! Not!
No doubt about it. Your easygoing sleight of hand impresses me greatly, and will certainly continue to be highly advantageous to us both.
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Oh, face! To the barracks! Not!
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me. Even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have. And perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind. You say you will take me under your wing. But I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, he thrived among his mother's ilk. So says the saga of Threes. Do you know it? The wise godwolf Amira raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the bear daughter. In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place. Fine, my friend, but I will stay far away from the screech woman. Perhaps among the crowd at the alehouse is best. Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
No, sir.
Good luck with these Sicilians, Sauce Hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Can you spare a coin?
Thank the seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Can you spare a coin?
What's the status,
Another
soldier?
peaceful day, sir.
Ah, cruel fortune. Have some pity.
Farmers, Sherman, show all of them. Sicil, what you're made of. Fucking beer and flatulence. You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut.
Sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to intussle
How
you.
lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
See, halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicil's ever seen.
Not in the mood for cheese. Dead skins is more home than a slice of this fine fallen land.
Lonesome, spiritless. Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Not in the mood for cheese. Dead skins is more home than a slice of this fine fallen land.
Fresh habit. Nothing for fire.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
to see if you could choose the finest greens!
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots. Heavenly Harry, delicious goldfish, yours for a scratch off.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
A good day to you. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Cheese, tomatoes.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Feed a big cheese on your broth with a wheel of the good stuff.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Feed a big cheese on your broth with a wheel of the good stuff.
Heavenly Harry, delicious goldfish, yours for a scratch off.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more home than a slice of this fine fallen land.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Not in the mood for cheese. An excuse is more home than a slice of this fine fallen land.
Quiet day on the market, it seems. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent. I am Septimus, seventh son in a household of 9, legionnaires all. Me and 2 brothers of mine were assigned to Sicile from day 1. Alas, both of them have long since fallen in battle against the dead. But never shall I lose heart. Long as a single legionnaire stands, all of us remain undefeated in the eyes of the gods. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend, and I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my mind, her presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of Seven couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heartrending. And what questions are those? I hold by the belief that this place is cursed. First, the undead, who are getting more vicious by the day, mind. Then the orcs, who don't seem to understand when a war's been lost. Something about this place seems to inspire the worst in those savages. I remember waking up with a head full of hammers 2 years ago. The drill sergeant barking away, "Up you get, lads, we sail for Sicile. Them's in need of the Legion over there." They certainly were, and they are still. Only, we cannot grant them victory. For I have yet to see the mortal soul that can put those undead bastards to rest once and for all.
Move along.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint. By the Legion, should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter? I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Well, what do you want to know? Before this war left us hanging like the condemned from a tree, this was the greatest city in Andervale. My own grandfather made his fortune here. Started as a poor fisherman with nothing but a few trout to his name, and grew his meagre trade into a business employing a fair piece of the local population. Of course, the company had to be liquidated as the population shrunk, and now his legacy is no more than the pole and rags he started out with. I've heard that once they're animated, the undead feel all the rage and violence their living counterparts felt during life. Can you imagine living through all your most chaotic feelings all the time?
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence. We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda. I'm just doing my duty. For the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, my lady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your halo will itch.
A book about setting up the perfect crime. Esmeralda has interesting taste in literature.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither hawk nor hound.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Face the unending darkness. Ah, so that's what that did. Seven have mercy on your soul.